Hello, good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss our series related to previous year papers. That means Central University entrance exams, particularly focusing on PG entrance. It is also useful for other competitive exams, any competitive exams, including UGC NET exam and also your PhD entrance exams and other state exams, whichever you preparing for. So that we are going to discuss today Delhi University MA in Psychology, Applied Psychology exams. So I'm going to discuss around 20 to 25 questions today, and we will keep moving further. And also, if you are new to my YouTube channel, which is Net Psychology, which is focusing on net exams and other competitive exams, I would like to request to share with your friends my channel link, and also please share and subscribe yourself so that my notification will also reach you on time. So we are going to make a lot of videos regarding to previous year papers, including MA entrance, PhD entrance, and UPSC, and all other competitive exams, particularly psychology. So students, we can start with the first question, like MA psychology, Delhi University. So the first question is, when extinction take place, the conditioned response gets stronger. There is a chart, four options: get stronger, and second is actively unlearned and will probably never occur, and just fades away. See, extinction is one of the way of learning the outcome, how it the effective shows. So here, when extinction take place, the conditioned response never gets stronger, or will probably never occur. That is not the right answer. And also just fades away, that is also not right answer, because it is actively unlearned. So there are some, on that period, it is a kind of time space. What we can say, extinction is a kind of time space. Generally, the animal or organism unlearned some of the things, so that is some kind of gap. So here the option 2 is right one, because the extinction is one of the time space in the given time. So that is the organism unlearned some of the things within that gap. So that is the right one answer. Second one, we will move into the second one. On a dash scale, respondent who endorse one statement also agree with the milder statements pertinent to the same underlying continuum. So this is one kind of scale. There are four attitude scales are there. You know that attitude scales are very important in our psychological testing and measurement. So here the answer is Gutman scale, because Gutman scale was he prepared that in the way that respondents who endorse one statement also agree with the milder statement. So there is a relationship between milder statement and also one main statement, and there is also milder statement. So there is which matches this is a Gutman scale. So although there are Likert scales also there, and Thurstone also have their own category of attitude scale. That means measuring the dimensions are different. So okay, so I hope you understand. Here the correct answer is a Gutman scale. So next we will move into further a form of therapy that applies the principle of reinforcement to bring about desired is called. So you have to tell the therapy that applies the principle of reinforcement to bring about a desired changes. So obviously this is a behavior modification therapy. Generally we talk about applied behavior analysis or behavior modification. So here we are talking about therapy that applies the principle of reinforcement. Whenever you use the reinforcement technique, it generally we use the behavioral aspect. Next we will move into the another question. Fourth, question number 4. Which of the following is not conclusion that can be drawn from the Athorne studies? So Athorne studies is related to organizational psychology, motivations about the employees. They have done research on this. So we have to choose the suitable one. One is that money motivates work group to perform their full potential, the study results, and work groups develop social norms about acceptable level of output, and social relations at work matters a lot, and the mere fact of knowing that they are participating in research can influence. So here the first one shoots, although the second one is also third one is also matches little bit, but more suitable is the first one, because there is a research shows that money motivates the work group to perform to their full potential at the study result. So next we will move into the next question. Which of the following is not a method used in descriptive research? So generally in descriptive research we use case study, we use survey method, we use also naturalistic observation. So here the answer could be the experiment. Right answer could be the experiment. Okay, so this is one thing you need to understand. So next we will move into the next question, like the technique used for children development take place as a joint activity with the adult is known as, so it is a technique given by Vygotsky. It is called as scaffolding is the technique where the adult learner give training to the young learner, the beginners, the small children's, like the age, like school going years. Generally we take the help from the seniors. So that concept it is given. So here the right answer is a scaffolding given by the Vygotsky. Vygotsky was a psychologist. He is a educational psychologist. So he was the educational psychologist, and he gives the concept of scaffolding. So next we will move into question number 7. Collecting the same observation or measurement, finding the same result as were found previously called. Here there is a question, basically it is related to replication. So generally it happens when we collect the same observation or measurement and finding the same result. So it's a replication of our observation and measurement. So answer could be the replication here in the research concept called replication. So we can say that answer is replication. The dash encompasses connection between microsystem and microsystem. So here the mesosystem encompasses connection between microsystems. So here there are Rain-Brenner's model of development. Here the mesosystem encompasses connection between microsystems. So there is a encompasses. So the mesosystem, you look at the pictures, that boundary drawn by this Rain-Brenner's model, so you will understand the relationship between this question actually. Okay, so you will understand how it is related to that. So next we will move into the sequence of stage of oral reasoning identified by Kohlberg or. So here we have to mention the categorization of moral learning. Kohlberg is a very famous categorization, and we categorize it in, there is a 4 options: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional, and pre-conceptual, conceptual, post-conceptual. So pre-operational, pre-conformist. So these kind of things, if you are familiar with the Kohlberg, the first one is immediately you can choose, because there is no such kind of 2, 3, 4 is not matching, and the option number 1 is the right answer. So we will move into the next question. The stimulus associated with the delivery of the reinforcement when an appropriate response is made is known as. So here this is called discrimination stimulus, because we know that stimulus with the delivery of reinforcement when an appropriate response. So we need to, that means we know the appropriate response means we need the how to discriminate. So here reinforce is not the right option, and control stimulus is also not right option. Discriminate stimulus is the one option which we know that our stimulus is discriminating power, has a discriminating power. So it is basically a behavior modification technique or learning techniques generally we use in the behavioral aspect. So we will move into the question number 11. Which form of the therapy place emphasis on the assumptions of maladaptive thoughts or the basis of many psychological disorders? So according to this therapy, we will have four options. Let me think about. One is the rational emotive therapy, and the second one is the psychoanalysis, and the third one is a client centered therapy, and four is a behavioral therapy. So next we will move into the first answer is for this rational emotive therapy. According to that, the maladaptive thoughts are the basis of many psychological disorders. So we have a concept also called ABC. So here beliefs are the maladaptive thoughts. We have antecedent behaviors. We have antecedent thoughts. So this is lead to the therapy was developed based on that what the people have the thought process. So ABC component. So we will move into the right answer for this rational emotive therapy. We will move into the question number 12. So the existence of seventh primary emotion suggested by some theorist. So contempt is one seventh primary options. Earlier we have a sixth primary options like happiness, disgust, fear and all that. Here one is given contempt. Contempt is one of the seventh primary options added to the primary option. So it is very important. The term egocentrism refers to children. Again the question related to prenatal period or developmental milestone related question. So here egocentrism basically a concept given by Jean Piaget, and we will discuss about lack of well developed superego, persistent selfishness, inability to conserve, tendency to see the things only from their own perspective. So here the one is a correct, because egocentrism, children start thinking their own way of perspective, their own way of understandings. So next we will move into next question. Infant attachment has been explained in terms of the following except innate behavior, imprint, comfort, contact, and rational thought. Okay, so here the right answer is a rational thought, because rational thought is not related to that, because innate behavior is related to our what you can say infant attachment, and imprint is also related to infant attachment, and next our comfort contact is also related to attachment. Next we will move into the structures that make up the immune system is basically here it related to psychoneuroimmunology, but here answer given to the full marks. I don't know how it is, because according to me this is somewhere related to psychoneuroimmunology. So yes, there may be some options, maybe I don't know whether it is things. So we will move into next questions. So okay, we will move into the question number 16. The study of individual perception and use of space, including territorial space, is called paralanguage, proxemics, dialectic, kinesics. So here we need to understand that proxemics is one kind of study of individual perception and proximity. So it is one of the related to topic related to personal space. Generally we study this topic in social psychology also, applied social psychology. So we will move into the next question, thematic apperception test. So thematic apperception test. So thematic apperception test based upon the which depends mechanism. So basically, you know that we projective test are generally based on the projections. If you think about the human being projection, so the projection is one of the these are all projective tests actually. Thematic perception test and Rorschach blood test are the example of projective test. So in this way, so we will move into question number 18. While teaching dog how to shake hands, which of the following reinforcement schedule would facilitate most rapid learning? So here continuous learning, because fixed ratio won't be able to make in everyday basis training, and variable is also not suitable, and variable interval is also not suitable. Here the continuous reinforcement is one example of that, so which we can give the correct answer. So next we will move into the question number 19. A fixed interval schedule is one that based on varying number of responses, varying period of time, set number of responses, set period of time. So set period of time is a fixed. The word itself tells fixed. There is a suppose 6 month. We are giving some training in every 6 month. So it is a fixed time of the timings. We are fixed the timings. Set time of set period of time. So set period of time is very important. So next we will move into the question number 20. Individuals prone to depression often make dash and dash attribution to their problems. So here generally what happens, we have a concept called attributions. So most of the person who always have problem in the depression related issues, generally they make internal attribution to their their own problems, and stable attribution to their problems. So prone to depression often make internal and also external stable attribution to their problems. So here internal and stable attribution. So we have to understand the question is here the right question. Option 1 is the right answer for this. During a normal night sleep, how many times do we have passed through the different stages of sleep? So in this way, the right answer for 4 to 7 times, generally we have a cycle of 4 stages. There is a 4 stages of cycle, alpha, beta. So this kind of stages are there. So we generally entire lives like sleeping pattern in the night given time, the biological clock, we class this kind of rotation. So that is a 4 to 7 types. So the lobe mostly concerned in keeping physically oriented in our environment. So the answer could be parietal lobe. Okay, so basically what it does is physically oriented in our environment. So it helps in how to physically oriented in our day-to-day life. So next question number 23. Self-actualization over concern with attractiveness, tendency to irritability, temper outburst, if attention seeking is frustrated, or symptoms of. So generally there are some categories, quality of the person, or you can say symptoms, characteristic of the person. Self-actualization over concern with attractiveness, tendency to irritability, and temper outburst if attention seeking is frustrated, or symptoms of what? So here the historic personality disorder. The answer for this is historic. So these above characteristics, we can see the person who have a historic personality disorder. So question number 24. The investment of psychic energy is an object or person is called cathexis. So cathexis is one option of psychic energy in an object. Investment of psychic energy in an object is option. So question number 25. Dash is learning or strengthening behavior others and the consequences of that behavior rather than experiencing and reinforcement or consequences directly. So this is called vicarious learning or observation learning, given by concept given by Albert Bandura. It is also called as a modeling. Generally we learn There is no direct reinforcement technique like operant conditioning, classical conditioning. We generally observe. It is cognition based learning. We observe other people, and we also consciously or unconsciously, implicit way also learning is occurs. This is called as observation learning. So I am going to complete here at least 25 questions. In next 25